neighbor called and said, there's police everywhere, and they think a man has killed a woman and he's on your property. You need to take cover.
On April 27, 2020, in Sumner County, Tennessee, just outside of Nashville, a call came into 911 by a man explaining that he had just fatally shot a woman in the back of the head and warned that he had set up bombs to explode the moment that police approached the residence. But what was the motive behind this brutal attack? Twitter usernames, an identifier between 4 and 15 characters that determine one person's Twitter account from another. But to understand how this man's Twitter username ultimately led up to his tragic death, we first need to explain what was so special about this username in particular. If you're anything like the approximately 75% of teenagers that use social media, at some point you've likely had to choose an account username. There's also a good chance that when typing in one of these usernames, you've seen an error message similar to this one. This username is taken. That's because someone who'd signed up previously had already registered that username. Simple stuff, right? Well, with an estimated 1.4 billion accounts registered on Twitter since its creation in 2007, it's likely safe to say that every single word in the English dictionary is registered as a Twitter username. And while not having your first choice of a username isn't usually that big of a deal for regular Twitter users like you and I, underneath the seemingly innocent nature of these handles is a dark underworld of people willing to hijack, steal, or otherwise obtain these rare usernames that are normally common English words such as cat, the, or blue by any means necessary.
We're sorry, your call cannot be completed as dialed. Please check the number and try again.
On the tragic morning of April 27, 2020, one of these hackers in particular by the name of Shane Sonderman would go to extreme measures to obtain the Twitter account that went by the username @Tennessee. Sonderman placed a phone call to the account holder known as Mark Herring, demanding that he give Sonderman control over the handle. He refused. Infuriated and willing to go to extreme lengths to obtain the handle, Shane Sonderman placed the phone call to 911.